Yeah,
All right then.
you're covering a story about FCA.
All right, darling.
Their application
All right, darling.
get it struck off has been upheld. And I just wanted to, as always, before we put anything online, give you a bit of a right to respond, and sort of give your thoughts on the verdict.
This is what she said.
Have you got the verdict? Have you read it?
Just it's been put online. I think earlier today we got it sent through. So it was just that they've upheld the FCA's application to strike it out.
Okay. Is that what it says? They've upheld their application to strike out my application.
Yeah, that's the one. I mean, I can send you a comment from the judge if that helps as well. Just the one that was sent through to us, just so that I can.
Who sent it through to you, Elliot? Who sent it through to you?
I can't hear you very well, but I've had it forwarded through to me through the news desk code.
So you don't know who sent this thing to you?
It's public. I mean, it's online now anyway.
I know it's a public document, but you don't know who actually sent it to yourself.
Well, my news editor sent it to me, but where it came from before that.
Okay. So the whole thing in this case, Elliot, which has been going on since January 29, 2015. Is that people have not been able to answer questions, like you can't tell me who sent it to you. You said the news desk. I want to know if.
Well, obviously, when it's been reported on already. I mean, when the.
Well, I don't want to know all that, Elliot. I want to know where you got it.
Right.
It's a very simple question.
Joy. Right. It's on the bailey.org website. So
and is that where you got it?
Yes.
You got it from the Bailey website?
Yes.
So the Bailey sent it through to you?
No, we found it on the Bailey website. And
okay, because I want to get things straight. Because first of all, you said it got sent to you by the news desk.
Yes, and my news editor sent me an email with a link to the Bailey case. I looked at it and we're following up.
So do you know the person who sent it to you from your news desk?
No, because obviously my news editor has found it on the Bailey website. That's how it's been sent through to me.
And who is your news editor?
That's how I got. Well, why does it matter what his name is? I mean, it's
because we're dealing with people here. We're dealing with people, and I want to put a name to the face. I don't like people going in the dark about things. Would you agree with that?
Okay, well, I mean, my name's Elliot Smith. You can look me up to see my face if you want. And also, the news editor's name's Charles Walmsley.
Charles Wansley.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. So at least we got a couple of names here. And by the way, I'm recording this for publicity purposes, and it's a criminal matter, so it's under investigation, yeah?
Yeah, as I say, with anything like this, if we're going to put something online on the basis of a verdict, it's protocol to come to you and see if you do want to respond to the outcome.
Okay, so is there? I'm happy to respond and give a little time to the matter, and I've had a long relationship with New Model Advisor, who's put my picture and various articles in your papers before and come to visit me at my premises. Yeah. As a matter of fact, there's some pictures in the New Model Advisor from olden days with in my home and my former place of business.
I found I think back from 2008. I noticed you'd had a couple of articles in and commented on
fantastic. In my home office, which is a subject of the dispute. So we got to start now, Elliot. You can crack away and ask me what you want to ask.
Yeah, I mean, essentially, I just wanted to see what your reaction was to the judge's comments that you don't seem to have had any. Well, he called into question the legitimacy of your legal counsel, essentially.
The judge's questioned the legitimacy of my legal counsellors. Is that what it is?
So that would be the first thing. Just that essentially what the judge has said is that the case had no chance of succeeding, and It didn't seem to be that kind of well thought out from a legal perspective. But that's his kind of verdict.
What's the judge's name again?
Can I ask?
Judge Berner.
Judge Berner. Have you got his first name?
I can read you the quote.
I don't want to quote. Have you got the judge's first name?
Yes, Judge Roger Berner.
Roger Berner. Okay, so is there anything you want to know, Elliot, in particular?
Okay, so I mean, the main things would be, in response to that, I mean, he's said essentially that you're, sorry, you keep sort of crackling in and out. So he said essentially that your case lacked material substance and there was no reasonable prospect of success. Obviously, I would assume that you would disagree with that. So I just wanted to give you a chance to respond to that.
But disagree with what, Elliot?
With the verdict that your case had no reasonable chance of success.
Elliot, I'm just going to say something here. I respect you, and I'm going to sound a little bit pedantic, but we are talking a legal and court matter, so we have to be very clear and very specific about things, don't we?
Okay, fine. As I said, I can read you the comment directly. I'll give you the chance to respond.
No, I want you to, okay, whatever point you want to clarify, yeah?
Okay,
I'm happy
fine.
to clarify it for you hopefully with the facts and the law.
Yeah. The first point I would like to clarify then is exactly what legal counsel you did seek, and whether you would agree with the judge's comments that your case lacked any material substance.
Well, I had a private investigator who runs a business called Common Law Associates, who's worked a couple of years on the case to assist me.
Yeah.
I had another private investigator called Captain Carl Peter Hoffman.
What was that one, sorry?
Captain Carl Peter Hoffman.
Carl Peter Hoffman.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Who's been working with me extensively for the last, since 2014.
Yeah.
And he knows every detail of the case.
Yeah.
And I had another assistant from the AS Citizens Advice Agency called Mr. Marco Bellatri, who has been assisting me since that's about a couple of years now.
Okay.
And I had some evidence from a legal student called Kida Wood.
Legal student called. I got the Wood, but so the line's quite bad.
Yeah.
So you're going to have to just repeat the names.
Yeah.
So
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Kida Wood.
Yes, to the Wood. Okay.
All right.
And I had the joint owner of the property in question, called Jacqueline Campbell.
Yeah.
And I had a barrister who wasn't present, but he'd done a lot of work on the case, called Timothy Deal.
Sorry, what was that one again?
Timothy Deal. D-E-A-L.
Timothy. Yeah, okay. No problem. And I guess the next question that I'll ask is kind of what are you going to do now? I understand that you're still trading. Is that going to continue?
Oh, no, don't do that.
We are trading. I've been 30 years in the business, and I haven't done any wrong. And I believe if since the 29th of January 2015, when I had a telephone call from the FCA about an allegation, if the FCA had decent evidence, they would have shut me down straight away. I wouldn't be trading 2 years, believe me.
Yeah.
if there was something straightforward.
Yeah.
So that in itself is a problem. They have asked me a number of times to resign because I believe no one is prepared to sign a termination.
Okay.
Yeah? So I'm reminding you I'm recording this, so I don't want you to print something I didn't say or misquote me. Yeah?
Yeah.
Anything else you want to know?
No, those were the basics really. As I said, I'm going to too
Well,
many
you were
semantics
quoting me
to
some
get your-
stuff where you said the judge said I wasn't any chance on my case or something.
Well, no, that's what the judge said. So obviously we have to report
But you're
that.
misquoting the judge, my friend. The judge
Well,
said.
this is in the actual.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
online,
The
full
judge said.
transcript.
The judge said on where is it? I will give you a little fun where the judge said something. The authority could not give me some disclosure because all the printers at the FCA had broken down. Isn't that funny?
Yeah.
And the judge said,
So you have to say he may have responsibility.
the main issue here, yeah,
Yeah.
Elliot, is FCA said they had an allegation as a result of which they phoned me on the 29th of January 2015. Yeah?
Yeah.
So since 29th of January 2015, I have been asking the FCA, all the various staff who spoke to me, and there's been a lot of them, can I see the allegation? Who made it? What is it? And what is the evidence to support the allegation?
Yeah.
So until today, which is 2 years and a bit later,
Yeah.
I haven't seen the allegation.
Okay, so this is going to the
Okay.
So that's the main issue for
Yeah.
me, in my
Yeah.
defense, if you like.
Yeah. I mean, we've documented that in terms of your appeal. Obviously, that you said there's no clear allegation has been made, that sort of thing. So that's
Well,
included
not,
as well.
not clear or unclear. An allegation is an allegation. So if you have a case about an allegation, it must be on the table.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Thought so.
You're reporting on the matter. We got to get it straight here. If we have a
Yeah,
case
but
in
as
court.
I say, like when it comes to the reporting it, I can report what you say, I report what they say.
Well, I'm
I report
recording
what
it,
they
my
say.
friend. Whether you want to report it or not, I can make my own report. But I'm telling you, if you have a case in a court of law or at the FCA or wherever pertaining to an allegation, you would expect the allegation to be on the table, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So especially if the matter is in the High Court. What do you say? Talk to me straight, my friend. Don't keep me hanging. Yes or no?
Well, I would assume so. Yeah.
You assume. Okay, I read you
I'm not-
I
I'm
read you
not-
number
I'm
6.
not a lawyer.
I read you number 6. Well, you're reporting, so you have a duty to fact check because the world is full of fake news, and you don't want to join that party. But if you look at number 6 in the thing on the so-called decision, yeah,
Yeah.
it says here the circumstances are said to have given rise to this situation are somewhat
Yeah.
unusual. The starting point was on January the 29th, 2015, when
Yeah.
Mr. Badaloo informed the authority that blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
You got that, Elliot?
Yeah.
That's a false statement. The circumstances didn't arise on the 29th of January when I gave information. Yeah?
Yeah.
The circumstances started when somebody made an allegation to the FCA to result in the FCA to contact me on the 29th of January 2015.
Yeah.
Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
So that is a false statement right there. Are we clear on that?
Yeah.
So I can basically rest my case there. End of the matter. However, we can go down further. It says in March, the authority received a letter from the bank called Kleinworth Benson, Channel Islands Limited, which they have the wrong name here. A court should get the name of the parties, right? Because they just got Kleinworth Benson. That's not it's just wrong. But it says here, they had a letter on the 20th of March, and that they obtained an order for possession of my premises. Yeah? So where is the order of possession that the bank supplied? It's never been presented to the court or to me or to anyone else. Yeah?
Okay.
So how can the court make a consideration when the evidence wasn't supplied in the bundle? And then if we go to number 10.
Yeah.
They said, I informed the authority, I've been advised by legal advisors and the police not to sign a document that was given to me to sign to get some of my business items back. So where is the document? And is it a fraud or not? Where is it? What is it? And it goes on. I've got a beautiful one. I'm trying to find it for you, where the judge said, where is it? Can you see somewhere it says, I make no finding of fact?
Hold on, let's have a quick search.
It says somewhere there, I make no finding of fact. I'm trying to find which bit is it. I mean, this is early days. I've got some people reading this on my behalf and coming up with some... but everything, Elliot, in this 15-page document, which is supposed to be like an order or something, I don't know what it is, but it's a decision against me. But every paragraph in there is for me. So how can the document be against me when all the contents is for me? It doesn't add up. So we have the only evidence in the case was evidence that I supplied. The accuser, who I don't know who it is who made the allegation, hasn't supplied any evidence at all in the file, in the proceedings, despite they had a court order from the tribunal to disclose the order for possession, or the warrant of possession, or the warrant for goods, or evidence that the paperwork came from an actual court rather than being made up in somebody's garage. There is nothing authentic. I supplied the court with the computerized printout. They stole 4 properties from me. I'm supposed to have 4 CCJs. My credit rating is first class. It's on Experian. My credit rating is 999 out of 999. I'm supposed to have 4 CCJs, so where are they? Do you see?
Yeah.
I have a letter from a bailiff. He said we didn't evict anybody. So why isn't he arrested? When am I going to get my property back in a hurry, please? I gave them that evidence, yeah?
Yeah.
You see, the head of the IPCC recently have just had to step down because of suppressing of evidence on cases they are supposed to investigate. This is exactly what is happening here. It's the suppressing of evidence. Not one item of authentic evidence about the allegation have been supplied by the FCA or the complainant who complained to the FCA.
Yeah.
Not even the complaint has been put on the, and this is 2 years. Adrian Beryl Cox, the barrister for the FCA, and they had 5 barristers and lawyers there and trainees and all sorts. He admitted at 12:27 p.m., if you care enough to get the transcript from the court, that they didn't disclose items to me. Yeah? And that alone is perjury. Yeah?
Yeah.
And that means a judge cannot make a judgment when such an admission has been made in open court. So the judge here says, they're saying here I have a criminal conviction, but they haven't been able to show any evidence of a conviction. There is no order. I have a letter from the court saying there's no order of conviction. I have the computer record from the criminal court system. It only shows 3 points on my license from 2011, nothing else. How can I be a convict for trespassing in my house when I'm the owner at the Land Registry, along with my partner? Which judge can sign on? There's no such conviction, my friend. Yeah?
Yeah.
So there is somewhere this judge says in this document, I'm trying to find it. He said, I make no finding of facts.
Okay.
So what is it? I'm trying to find it here because where is it? Issued the responses regarding they said here the authority received confirmation from the Crown Court that I was found guilty. What's the confirmation? I need the court order. Yeah? Can I be convicted by an email? I need to see the court. I want to see which judge can sign an order that I'm trespassing in my own home.
Yeah.
No such thing exists, trust me. You, a member of the public or of the press, can write to the court and ask them if they have an order of such a conviction.
Okay.
So the next thing, somewhere anyway, I can't remember, I can't find it to my hand. The judge said, I make no finding of fact. So what is it if it's not facts? Yeah? So this is every paragraph in here that I've read so far, I haven't read the whole thing, is in my favor. So the decision is against the evidence. So I don't know how far they want to take this, but in 2 years they can't produce the allegation, they can't produce any court order for anything, and they can't produce the land registry to see who owns the property at the time in question, which is me and my partner, Jacqueline Campbell. Yeah? So the only person who can accuse me of trespass on that day would have been Jacqueline Campbell. And she issued a statement to the court in support that she never accused me of any such trespass. So the judge said somewhere he doesn't accept her her statement. But she's the owner on the Land Registry, so how can she say she doesn't accept her statement? Do you see? So I'm very well protected by all sorts of laws, and unless the laws don't mean anything, you know, there's no evidence, and the judge did say I make no finding of facts. So I'm really just trying to find that one.
Yeah.
Or to the
No,
statement.
so I'll have to revisit this in the lawyers. We're not going to be putting anything out.
All right. Is there anything else, Elliot, I can help you with?
No, at the moment, no. That's fairly comprehensive. So I'll relay that.
So I will repeat it. I'm an innocent man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been in the business 30 odd years with an unblemished reputation.
Yeah.
I have built up a portfolio of properties, and 4 of them have been stolen by David Wood, 3 of them, and another man called Manoj Gondia, who was one of my staff for 15 years.
Yeah.
And there is not a single order for vacant possession against any of my properties. The evidence is black and white. We have the computerized court records that shows there has been no valid proceedings against me issued by any court. I have a letter from the Ministry of Justice confirming that the case they claim to be acting on is void. They have been unable to produce a single sealed order from any court whatsoever. And the only thing I can say, I'm disappointed that the FCA staff are somehow caught up to support Kleinworth Benson Bank, who gave £800,000 in 2014 or thereabouts to the Tory party. And they're just trying to cover up and cover up and cover up. But as time goes by, you know, I have a petition to the Prime Minister on it for some time now, and it's picking up a lot of steam. It's called BrexitRevolution.com. And a lot of the videos and stuff are there, which some of it is live. We got police coming to my house saying if a warrant was obtained by fraud, they're not going to do anything about it. It's on video. They said 3 or 4 times as well, not once. So this case, my friend, I think yesterday we had the publication of the fraudulent claims made against mortgage people, where they were adding arrears to the debt and then claiming repossession of properties for those arrears. All on code fraud, yeah? So, I'm sorry, my phone is ringing at this time. So listen, it's all happening now. 750,000 victims, false court proceedings, which are not issued by the court, and that we got organized criminal cartel running and controlling the courts, the police, and this is a scam. It's breaking down very fast. We've got Paul and Nikki Turner fighting 13 years. They are the people who got the H-bus mob 11 years in jail. It's all breaking down. The corruption egg is cracking, and this judgment that you have in your hands or you're looking at is hard evidence of that the court is in a pitiful state, where the judge can say, I make no finding of facts, when the facts are all in my favor. So thank you very much, Elliot.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, sir.
Yeah.
And I recorded this, and it's going out as well in my own publication. Yeah?
No problem.
All right,
yeah.
thank you.
So if you, thanks for getting back to me anyway.
Bye.
All right, bye.
That was a nice try. It was a very low.
I want to put this out on YouTube right now.
Don't do it.
Why?
Don't do it. I'm sure Think Bob would have said don't do it. Yeah.
No.
What
They,
was it?
they issued the judgment, so I can do it now.
Oh, I see.
Oh, right.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, you're still videoing yourself.
Come on, switch off.